Expect the result of this summit?
Well, I kind of expected they're going to come out with a great statement, which won't really resolve all the issues. I think they're going to talk their way around the denuclearization issue. He's going to be all in favor of denuclearization, but what's the schedule and how will they do it and what in return and so forth. So I'm looking for a great show tomorrow, but I'm not sure about the substantive results. I think people are glad that the threats have ended, the threat of nuclear strikes by North Korea and so forth. I think people are hopeful, positive, but I think we have to be careful too, because we shouldn't be too optimistic. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's a really difficult question, but we hope that this summit will lead to peace and stability on the Korean Peninsula, and finally to the stability in this region, including Japan. I think many Japanese people are welcoming this summit and hope that this summit will be successful. And I think after this summit, people's attention will be turning to the U.S. North Korea summit. So there are many Japanese people will hope that everything will go well. I think Japanese people are still concerned about the North Korea's missiles and the nuclear weapons. But if this summit, causes good results, Japanese people may change their mind that North Korea is a peace country, and reduction issues are really important for Japanese people, and many Japanese people are worried about what they are now in North Korea. So I hope that this inter-Korean summit will lead to a summit between Japan and North Korea, and Prime Minister Shinzo Abe will try to resolve the abduction issue.
Well, it's too early to say anything about anything substantially. It's too early to say anything concrete might come out of this summit. But yes, the expectation is that something positive will come out from both sides, from North Korea and South Korea. There are many issues at hand here: denuclearization, unification, and on the inter-Korean relations. So let's see how the talks go, because this is the third summit in the last 17 or 18 years. So I believe this summit will primarily focus on the issue of nuclear weapons, nuclear issues. So the other issues might take a back seat in this summit. Indeed, yes. For one, Indians by and large are interested in foreign affairs, foreign news. And I work for a TV channel called WION, which is the only privately funded global TV channel from India. So, which is why I'm here to cover this summit. And I believe I'm one of the few journalists, Indian journalists, who have registered for the Inter-Korean Summit. So there is a lot of interest back home in India about the Korean issue. Also, for the Indian government in particular, there are two issues at hand. One, that India is invested heavily in the Indo-Pacific region, in Northeast Asia, Southeast Asia, and the ASEAN region. So anything that will happen on the Korean Peninsula will impact India as well. So that's one reason. The other issue is generally talking about the issue of proliferation of nuclear weapons and nuclear weapons technology. Now, India has concerns about proliferation linkages between North Korea and some countries in India's immediate neighborhood. There have been reports about a collusion or cooperation between North Korea and some countries in South Asia on proliferation of weapons technology, which is of immense concern for India. So these are the two issues that the Indian government in particular is talking about and focusing on.
Well, of course, it's a very big event for the whole world, for the Korean Peninsula. But I think that if we want to assess the real results of the process of denuclearization, we'll have to wait till the next summit between Kim Jong-un and President of the United States, Donald Trump. And to my opinion, it's better to consider this summit as a preparation for the further steps, for the further dialogue between North Korea and United States. I don't think there is a real I don't think that there is a real reason to worry about tomorrow's summit. I think everything will be very, very good. The ceremony will be very positive, and the spoken outcome of the summit, I think, for both sides, from North Korea and from South Korea, will be very, very positive. I guess. But to think what's the real outcome, what's the real result of this process? We have to wait till the next summit between Kim Jong-un and Trump. Well, it depends, of course, it depends not only upon South Korea and North Korea, unfortunately, because there are other countries like China and the United States, and to think about real unification between two Koreas, we need to take into consideration the policy of the other states. So right now, at this point, I don't see a real possibility to see that it will happen in the nearest future.
I think the summit will go well. I don't think we should look for a resolution of the contentious issues between the two Koreas. We're not going to see North Korea denuclearize in a 24-hour period during the meeting between North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and South Korean President Moon Jae-in. But I think what we will see is sort of a beginning of a new relationship between the two Koreas that we saw start really with the election of Moon Jae-in here in South Korea, and North Korea participating in the Winter Olympics that just concluded here in South Korea, as well as, a change in North Korea's relationship maybe with the U.S. and with the international community. I don't really have any concerns about the summit. I know that people think that Kim Jong-un is somewhat unpredictable, but I really think the summit will go quite smoothly. My only concern might be that they try too hard on those contentious issues, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think this summit will really just try to lay some type of foundation for a change from the acrimonious behavior and near warlike footing that we saw in the Korean Peninsula, especially in 2017, to a different sort of relationship and language and behavior between the two Koreas. I think people around the world, they understand that North and South Korea have been separated for a long time, and I think everybody wants to see a change in the relationship between North Korea, South Korea, North Korea, the U.S., and North Korea and the international community, and a better life for the people of North Korea that have been under sanctions for many years.